In what I think is a hilarious but also correct turn of events, Roseanne Barr's reboot of her sitcom, Roseanne, has been canceled by ABC just hours after she tweeted just a horribly racist string of messages. Roseanne posted a comment yesterday. It feels like it's a week ago because of how much has happened, but yesterday Roseanne posted a comment about former Obama advisor Valerie Jarrett on Twitter, saying Muslim Brotherhood and Planet of the Apes had a baby equals VJ, meaning Valerie Jarrett, in response to another Twitter comment about Valerie Jarrett. And of course, Valerie Jarrett happens to be black, and Roseanne references monkeys. And as usual, her defenders say, it's not racist. Monkey isn't racist. Planet of the Apes isn't racist. It's merely a coincidence that Valerie Jarrett is black. And historically, there is significant sort of racist institutional history of equating black people to monkeys, but it's a mere coincidence. And of course, why are the people that are insulted as monkeys very often black? Are they saying it is literally the mere coincidence I'm sarcastically referencing? And Roseanne later deleted the tweet, but it was too late. Just hours later, ABC canceled Roseanne's show. They put out a statement which said in part that, quote, Roseanne's Twitter statement is abhorrent, repugnant, and inconsistent with our values, and we have decided to cancel her show. Roseanne also later apologizing on Twitter, saying, I apologize to Valerie Jarrett and to all Americans. I am truly sorry for making a bad joke about her politics and her looks. I should have known better. Forgive me, my joke was in bad taste. That was one of the first apologies. Later, she said she was tweeting on the sleep medication Ambien, saying it was 2 a.m. and I was Ambien tweeting. It was Memorial Day, too. I don't know how Memorial Day brings out racist statements when you are on Ambien or what the connection is. And of course, obviously, my question was, is she saying Ambien made her racist? I mean, I've taken Ambien when I'm traveling to try to adjust. Very difficult to fall asleep with the jet lag when you go to Europe, for example. I didn't all of a sudden think black people were monkeys, nor did it occur to me to start tweeting about it. And it is just fascinating for a few reasons. First of all, and I'll get to, I know that people are aware that she has blocked me because of my comments. We'll get to that in a second. Roseanne's reboot made her like a darling of the right. It was rebooted. It initially got great ratings. Trump called Roseanne to congratulate her. The right hailed it as finally a show just for sort of regular traditional people, despite the fact that Roseanne is super rich and part Jewish, not the sort of down home, whatever she's made out to be, a good old gal or whatever. Let's put that aside. And this has completely imploded in their faces. And I tweeted her about this. I've actually exchanged direct messages and tweets with Roseanne before. I tweeted to Roseanne after the Ambien thing, which we'll put up on the screen for you. Oh man, this is just the best. Roseanne is now defending her tweets by saying Ambien made her racist. And Roseanne almost immediately responding to me, saying, no, I didn't. I blamed myself. Stop lying. Yes, I have had odd Ambien experiences on tweeting late at night, like many other people do. I blame myself, okay? It's just an explanation, not an excuse. Okay, bully? And then when I went to respond, she had sadly blocked me. Roseanne, I don't even know where to start with this, right? I mean, politically, this is a woman who's off her rocker, right? She has called Chelsea Clinton Chelsea Soros Clinton. She said George Soros is trying to overthrow the U.S. government, and she said that the CIA is funding some kind of mind control thing, all of this really, really crazy stuff. But what I don't really understand here is if you're not blaming Ambien, why do you mention Ambien? And if the Ambien had a role to play, did the Ambien make you think racist things that you wouldn't normally think? Or did the Ambien merely lower your inhibitions to the point where you were willing to tweet the racist things that you always think? It's like when Mel Gibson was pulled over that time and he was immediately going on unprovoked anti-Semitic rants. And he said the problem was that he was drunk. And of course, the question is he saying alcohol makes you anti-Semitic, or it merely makes you willing to say the anti-Semitic things that you always think? For what it's worth, the manufacturer of Ambien has put out a statement saying that racism is not a known side effect of Ambien. So we've heard that. And I don't know. Is there more to say, Pat, about my exchange with her, or is that basically all we need to say?
Well, it's interesting that she says that you're a bully hours after calling Valerie Jarrett a mix between the Planet of the Apes and the Muslim Brotherhood. I mean, you can't really make that argument in that case.
Yeah, I don't really have a reputation for bullying people, but okay, that's what she chose to say to me. Let's talk about sort of the firing and the implications here. I want to put up an assessment that is 100% similar to mine, and it's from none other than Dave Rubin, who at one point was using Roseanne's studio for his show. Dave Rubin tweeted yesterday, Roseanne exercised her free speech, and ABC decided to end their free association. Now it's on you to either support her or not, boycott ABC or not, or share your own opinion as a free person or not. Once again, freedom is messy, but it's better than the alternative. And I agree. In a sense, it's not about free speech at all, in that there's no question or concern at all about free speech or censorship here, right? Roseanne said outrageous things, and her employer fired her, period. She doesn't need the money. She's worth like $80 million. And my only real concern is that she has really messed things up for the entire production staff at ABC, right? The people running the cameras, the people doing the tech work, they don't have $80 million like Roseanne. Do they lose their jobs now because of Roseanne's racist tweet? Hopefully some of those employees are part of a union and maybe are guaranteed money for the first season or whatever, no matter whether the show is canceled or not, hopefully. I don't really know the answer to that. And of course, Donald Trump, I don't even know that we're not going to put it up on the screen. Trump did say something about how he never received a call from Bob Iger from ABC when ABC criticized him, but Bob Iger called Valerie Jarrett or something like that. The only surprising thing about any of this is that anybody was surprised by it because of Roseanne's very, very long history of tweeting bizarre and depraved conspiracy theories and generally just insulting things. But I think it was a big win in the battle of ideas, Pat. I mean, listen, everybody got to say what they wanted to say. A corporation was able to make the business decision that they felt was right for them. Government didn't interfere. Period, right? I mean, a major win in the battle of the free exchange of ideas.
Yeah, everything worked out okay, I guess. I'm just surprised ABC decided to have her back on to reboot the sitcom, knowing that Roseanne has a history of doing this, saying racist things on Twitter. She actually made a very similar remark about Susan Rice, another former Obama official, another black woman, comparing her to a monkey as well.
Yes.
So, they could have preempted some of this at least. It's not like this is a new thing for Roseanne.
That's why I'm not going around patting ABC on the back saying, wow, they've just done this amazing thing. They made a business decision. That is exactly what it is. If this were good for business, if people weren't outraged, but they said, you know what? It's so great that someone's finally out there saying that Valerie Jarrett is like a monkey in some way. They wouldn't have fired her, right? They would have said, hey, Roseanne said what she wanted to say on her Twitter. We employ her to produce the Roseanne show or act in the Roseanne show, whatever. This is merely all about optics. And you're right, Pat, which is that this is not shocking. This is another one in a long history of these types of comments from Roseanne. So I think that the decision made by ABC was the right one, although they made it for business decisions, not for business reasons, not for moral or ethical reasons, and that's completely something that they can do. Send me your thoughts about the entire Roseanne thing. I'm on Twitter at @dpakman, and the show is on Twitter at David Pakman Show. The video you just finished watching was made possible by you through the membership program. You can sign up for membership at davidpakman.com/membership. We are viewer-supported independent media. You can use the coupon code IVoted17 for a 40% discount off of your membership.